Well, the economy showed some progress this week. The country's gross domestic product surged by 7%. And while that may be welcome news on Wall Street, as NBC4's I-Team consumer investigator Randy Mack shows us, for many California small businesses, Main Street remains Pain Street.
This is something I just don't know how I come back from.
Greg Morris has been in the restaurant business for 28 years. He currently owns the Oaks Market, La Velita, and Franklin & Company Tavern. 7 months of COVID-19 may erase nearly 3 decades in business.
I have my hands tied. I can't do anything about it. If I can't generate revenue, how do I pay rent? How do I pay my employees? How do I pay my vendors?
Morris says he's hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. He says trying to get a PPP loan made no sense. It comes with terms he may not be able to meet and interest. For him, that's more debt. So he shut down, leaving 110 employees jobless.
Job market still is one of stress, I think, where we have historically elevated levels of unemployment.
Mark Hamrick is the senior economic analyst for Bankrate.com. He says the truth about the economy is in the numbers. Almost 23 million people receiving some form of unemployment benefits. The unemployment rate is at 7.9%. This past week, 751,000 new jobless claims were filed, and 800,000 women in the last month left their jobs to care for children who can't attend schools or sick loved ones.
These are not the kind of numbers that would be associated with either a normal economy or a healthy economy.
I'm working on reopening one right now. We're just making some tweaks to the physical property.
Morris says his plan is to open one of his restaurants redesigned for social distancing. Having survived downturns in the 90s, 9/11, and the 2008 recession, he says the pandemic has the entire restaurant industry in do or die mode.
7 months down the line, I mean, it's not even about being on life support anymore. It's now, you're trying to figure out, when to pull the cord.
Morris brought up another point that's important for entrepreneurs. He says that PPP loans take care of employees, some rent, utilities, and maybe even some vendors. But owners whose salary is dependent on profits get nothing out of the PPP loan. He says the only way he can get paid is if he can reopen. In Cheeto Hills, I'm Randy Mack for NBC4 News.